Hi guys, this is Sidney. So today I want to share some messages that came as I was connecting with the land of Bali here, and then all the messages that I've been receiving, connecting with different energies, especially Kuan Yin and all the Hindu goddesses and gods here. So I'm going to let my intuition guide me through this and then let it flow. And as I share this message, just want to share my thanks and appreciation, gratitude for connecting with me and connecting with the energy here. So as always, tune in with your heart and take what resonates for you and discern what doesn't, so that you are exercising your power that way every time. Because I want you to keep your power to yourself, because you have the power to discern and choose what is best for you in this divine timing. So I was trying to record the message several times, but somehow something didn't come through. So I feel like I need to stick with this, because the message that I'm guided to share is something that I need to really share. So this is my, I don't know how many attempts right now. So hopefully this one goes well. Okay, so first thing that comes is the energy of restructuring that is taking place on a collective level that's affecting the individual, the organizations, and countries, and energetically, collectively at large. So the big change point of the July energy, based on what I'm tapping into, is that we are moving from the old structure to getting into the new structure. So basically the idea of restructuring is taking place. So on an individual level, on a personal level, there's a lot of release of old identity, meaning you had to work through a lot of your belief systems that had been building on the structure of survival. So for example, like fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, and fear of being seen as not good enough, or all these judgments. So that's basically the belief system that we took on an individual level within the structure of survival, meaning the age of survival or the darkness. And July is what I get is the word turning point. And so we are moving into the new structure of the energy of flow. And that's the new structure, is what I'm guided to share. So there has to be a lot of different understanding and letting go of the old belief systems in order to embrace this idea of flow and really understand what it is, and how it is also well structured already, that we have this idea of flow as non-structural, but actually it has its own structure, and we need to start to adapt and adopt these structures, is what I'm guided to share. So on an organizational level, there also may be restructuring, merger and acquisitions, or people being removed, people coming in. So there's removal of resources and movement and relocation of resources within organizations, however it is, whether it's capital, whether it's human resources, whether it's on the idea level. Something is being pushed for people to restructure things right now, is what I'm guided to share. And on a collective level, energetically, we are moving out of that age of survival and going into that age of Aquarius, the new earth, which is the age of sovereignty, decentralization, where we need to adapt to and adopt the energy of flow and really understand what that is and be educated on this. once again, is what I'm guided to share. So as we are doing this, energetically, what is taking place is the old energy or the old power structure that is within the structure of the survival that wants to hold on, not let go. So there will be a lot of conflicts, wars, fights, or all this last resort to hold on to the old structure, old belief systems is what is taking place. So what I see is like a tug of war. So that's the word that is coming in the vision. They're pulling here and here. So a lot of power struggle here and here. So we are in this middle point right now is what I'm going to share in July. So also astrologically, there's a lot of energy support for that. So sudden changes, abrupt things taking place, and events taking place that's going to shake up the old structure or the belief system or where we've been holding on to. So that's the energy. A lot of strong Uranus energy is what I'm sensing. So the idea of death and rebirth has been very big, but especially in July, the idea of death and rebirth has been really big in a large culmination sense, meaning you really have to die in July in order to allow yourself to be restructured. So be restructured meaning you hold the power within yourself, meaning you are now having to reinvent yourself. So the old stories need to be let go of. Okay, so basically a lot of the times in old structure of survival, what is taking place is the basis of survival structure is that there is not enough for everyone. That is one of the strongest foundational belief system that we've been adapting and living under and living day to day with. So that's why when we are in that belief system that I believe there's not enough for everyone, so the resources are running out. So we need to go find better new resources that are affluent, that are abundant. So that's where the imperialism, the territorialism, right, the dominance, the war to take over other countries, take over other people. So that's where the enslavement lied, right? A lot of the histories of the slavery that I've been connected to energetically where are shared from time to time since late last year. So every place holds that energy of that history of slavery where there's a master and there's a slave, right? And so that represents the whole disempowerment. So in a way, survival structure is also underlying or the built upon the idea of disempowerment. Individuals feeling powerless, okay? And so it attaches to the idea of victimhood, victim consciousness. There's an addiction there. Addiction to being a victim or self-victimize because one is constantly living under stress, under worries, under fear, meaning you're constantly feeling frightened of something. You're constantly feeling worried about something, right? So that energy is constantly pulling people down, individuals, energy down. Meaning your frequency down to keep you stay in that structure. So the reason why they want to do that is the more the masses hold this energy of survival in lower density, that's going to be the dominant energy on Earth. That's how they keep the power. But now the energy is moving to a whole new level of age of Aquarius that we are destined to. Okay, the word destiny is coming. So there's no, it is going to happen. That's how it is going to happen. And all the details may change depending on what we do, as everything is in constant movement, but that is destined. So as we move to the different energy, meaning basically when we started, the age of darkness was the age of Leo, and the total opposite is the age of Aquarius, okay? And so now we are moving to this whole different age of darkness to age of light. And the light operates on flow, on decentralization, on personal empowerment, on sovereignty, so that you have the power within. And that energy, the basic energy or the fundamental energy that is built on, is that there is enough for everyone. So there's no need for you to get ready to defend what you have or to fight for what you feel like you are lacking with, or that you may be losing out on. So the fear of missing out in survival is it's the addiction, it's the illusion that the structure has made people believe, okay, to fight for, okay, to dominate over, to have power over other people, right? That's where a lot of the narcissistic tendencies and personalities are developed, right? Traumas, right? And now we are moving into that flow state where everything is flowy, meaning you are exactly in the right place at the right time, because what you need is always going to be provided, because you believe that you are abundant, you see, and there is enough for everyone. So everyone will live in harmony, and they will love, respect, give, and receive in return. Reciprocation is a big energy here. But here, a lot of the taking energy from each other is here. And because we fear judgment, also the energy is very hidden. So you have hidden motives, intention. So that's where all emotional manipulation, mental manipulation comes in to camouflage that you are not trying to take from you. I'm being nice to you, I'm giving to you, but actually it's to take. Okay? So there's a lot of game playing here in this energy. Here, everything is transparent. It is based on trust. And everyone is considering each other, kind, right? They give and they receive. So there's no power struggle in this structure. And when we think of the idea of flow, we think that it's flowy, smooth. All these images or programming that is attached to the idea of flow also need to be re-educated, is what I'm going to share. That in the flow structure, it already has a very fundamental, powerful structure built already within. And we just need to align with this one, meaning realign. Okay? And so to realign, we need to be one with the flow. But now we are one with survival. So all our inner structure or belief systems, right? How we behave, how we think, so that creating energies and what we are building on a physical level. For example, if you have, okay, this case, right? This my microphone case. This was just an idea, a thought. And now this is a physical reality, just like that. Everything that we are living under and have created on a physical level have all been from the source or the structure on the structure of survival. Now with the structure of flow, we will have a different physical manifestation, meaning these products or services or organizations and houses, the way we live, has to be restructured, reinvented, to be aligned with this new energy of flow. You see? So when I was out in the ocean, I saw all the surfers every day. And as I was watching, the waves are coming in and going, moving, constant movement. So we are constant movement because energy, emotion, energy in motion, and motion represents movement. Vibration is movement. So the vibration is movement, right? And so we are movement, and we are also water, 70% water. So that's how we are being receptive, and we are able to feel emotions, energy in motion. We can sense a really creepy vibe, for example, right? We can sense a sneaky vibe, you know? And our skin gets goosebumps when we feel some certain things or sense certain things. It's all the sensing abilities, right? Because we are water. So the water element is very important. And for cellular regeneration, also on a structurally inside our physical vessel, we also need to restructure, meaning you have to detox, clean up. If you've been living in alignment with the survival, meaning you're just feeding your body with stuff that's based on, even though it's making you sick, even though it's not giving you energy, you keep repeating this. For example, it could be like a habit of smoking or a habit of heavy drinking or something like that is what is coming, or certain food addictions, right? Sugar cravings and all this. So there's a lot of things that we need to clean up. But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed at the same time, because you're always in the right place at the right time. And that is the energy or the thought that's the seed of the physical manifestation that you want to keep practicing to be aligned with that structure of the flow, because you're just simply always in the right place at the right time. So you don't need to worry about whether you're on the right track. When you are aligned like that, you are flowing. And when you're aligned like that, what happens is we are operating from a heart space. Heart, green emerald heart. Okay? So there's all wisdom inside here, inside the emerald tablet here, inside the heart. And so when we are aligned, also we are dissolving that idea of time structure that we're living under in the structure of survival. So the time, the idea of linear timeline, right? The past, and then present, and then future, right? And then we have the whole system of 24 hours, right? 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So all these structures represent idea of limitation. Okay, so these are structure on its own. The structure on the flow operates very differently, and we don't need to have this time structure anymore. So that's where I mentioned about the timeline dissolving and all these experiences that people might have as you ascend and raise your vibration with the support of higher light codes and solar flares, that you may lose like a memory or short-term memory or anomaly in that, meaning you can't remember what you just did a minute ago, or you can't remember your passcode to your house or something suddenly, which happened to me like a couple months ago or several months ago. So these things could take place because the energy right now is shifting on a cosmic level, on a collective level. So every soul is choosing whether to stay aligned with the old structure of survival or realign themselves to move into the new structure of flow. That is the energy of abundance. Okay, so this is the energy of lack. And all the concepts, all the talks, especially in spiritual realm or this space that talk about manifestation and all these ideas, they have to also be purified and elevated is what I'm going to share. So that's where I mentioned constantly about being conscious and aware of the languages that you use. and to use it in a very neutral sense. Okay, so any, what is the term, especially in English language, any like colloquialism or any like phrases that people use commonly out of automation, you want to be aware of them and break them down in a more neutral language. If you are a psychic reader or a tarot reader or a healer or however that you are working with other people, but you don't have to be in this profession. You can be in any place, in any job. You can exercise consciousness with your language, because the language is the sound, the very sound of the creation. So what you say echoes and it starts to create, it starts to move energies. Okay, so so that's why I keep mentioning you're always in the right place at the right time, is because when you start to doubt, am I really in the right place? I'm not sure if I'm, that seed of doubt is what is keeping you. You are trying to move from here to here, and then you're here, and then this energy is trying to constantly pull you back. That's where a lot of people will experience people who are still aligned with this energy of survival, contacting you once again, like the people you used to remove yourself out of, or old friends or family members could try to reconnect with you, and they hold this frequency. Is nothing to be scared of or frightened by, because it is just all taking place. It is just how the structure is. The structure of fear is like that. The fear wants to stay, keep the people in fear. Okay, that's the old energy pulling you down. So we may be tiptoeing, but, and also I've been sensing a lot of solar flares increasing since a couple of days ago. It's very like heavy. So when these things happen, the higher light codes or solar flares, what's taking place is you may be feeling more frightened of something, or something in your immediate reality is taking place right now. Old people, or that people that you used to fear, trying to reconnect with you, and that feelings, or that is from the memory of the cells coming up again to feel scared or feel anxious about something, and all these old stories coming up once again intensely, is because you are to elevate. So just know that you're not, whenever you're feeling these things in order to purge, you're not, let's say, you don't want to see it as you going down, You're constantly elevating if you're doing the work, of course. If you know that you are doing the work, and meaning you are going into yourself, and you are gathering up your strength from your heart, and you say, I'm willing to face my fears. And then you are putting that strength from the heart and remembering that wisdom, that everything actually is abundant, that there is enough for everyone. That is the wisdom that you are constantly connecting to while you're living in this energy of survival that you've been programmed with. That's where the heart energy is very important, that going into your heart can help you be strong in that sense, okay, and stay determined and faithful during trials and errors, and during turbulency. As we navigate through all this journey and processes right now, is what I'm guided to share. So when you remember that everything is always abundant, that you're always in the right place at the right time, because you are flow, okay? You are free. So this one is always feeling trapped, right? This one is free. The new structure is feeling of freedom. And this one is always feeling of imprisonment, feeling of entrapment. Okay, that's where the victimization is coming from. So all this energy holds a lot of negative thoughts, thought forms. So that's why they want to manipulate or program how you think and what you focus on and give your attention to constantly. that there's not enough for everyone, so I better what? I better secure my position at work, or I better position myself, or I better get ahead before everyone else, right? Or I better take that opportunity, seize that opportunity so I don't miss them, right? All these ideas based on that lack is constantly going to boggle your mind. It's like, come down here, stay here, right? So whenever that comes up, you want to see that as your opportunity. And when you've been doing the work and this comes up, all this during these transits and cosmic energy support, what you want to see yourself with is that you are elevating, but everything is the constant movement. Nothing is like this. You see? So as you go down, you may feel like you are down, but it's the curve is have the bigger picture. The bigger curve is moving upward, okay? And you want to keep the faith. You want to stay strong, okay? And believe that where you're heading is where you need to be right now, okay? And so as you move in this structure, everything is flow, right? And in the age of survival, they had us believe in stationary things, meaning certainty, right? Certainty is very important here because you don't know how you're going to die, when you're going to die, you're going to get slaughtered, you're going to get punished, you're going to get ostracized, right? You're going to be deserted. So in this energy here, a lot of the energy holds the trauma. And because of this trauma, there is a development or addiction or attachment to holding on. Okay, that is what I'm going to share. You want to hold on to something. So it could be a belief. It could be someone's validation. I need someone to tell me that I'm good enough. You go around asking for people whether you are lovable, you are worthy, right? You are good enough. You're in the right place. You go around searching for answers that you are seeking. That's why the structure of survival is attached to the feelings of emptiness inside, where you feel depressed, okay? But then because of fear of judgment, of idea of what is right, what is wrong, what is better, what is worse, you hide these emotions as well because you don't want to be labeled as someone depressed that is considered negative. You see all these ideas? So all these ties are preventing individuals from feeling their emotions, looking into what they're really experiencing, and accepting what is. But this one is always accepting what is because there's nothing to fear. But here, a lot of things to fear. So it's really hard to accept what is. And that's why it is creating this polarization of positive and negative that could extremely also be get out of proportion, meaning not in balance. So that's where the word toxic positivity is coming in, negative as in narcissistic, all these labels, the energies also that are having to be purified in the spiritual community as well. All these words that we are using on a day-to-day basis to describe something also needs to be neutralized, is what I'm going to share. So you want to be more conscious. So you want to break down to explain things rather than use these phrases that contain that old energy structure within the survival. Okay, is what I'm going to share. So basically you want to understand how it really works. There's a big system or the mechanism of punishment and reward here. So you also want to be rewarded for what you believe in is the something of the very hidden agenda here. So people may sometimes use their own self-justification. So here, where I am is good. So that's where the toxic positivity is coming in, meaning when a person feels not good enough, they don't have enough, they either go one extreme or the other. The other one could go extreme victimization, like, well, I'm this, and I don't have this, and nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, I don't have all the resources, I'm very poor, and my life is misery, blah, 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 right? The other one will go into a great, the word that is coming is grand aggrandizement. So exaggeration, in order to feel justified or justify where they are. So they escaped with that, meaning the inflated ego is the word that we commonly use with this, where everything's fine, I don't care that, it's just worked out for me, and I'm good, I'm this, and I'm always positive, and I'm always oneness, and I'm always love, and I'm always light, all these ideas here. So any one of these extremes is both avoidant, is what I'm guided to share. So in survival, we use sneakily, with sneaky energy, that sometimes when we are not aware and going deep in to really confront our own self, what's taking place is that we could self-justify or exaggerate things in order to hide an aspect where I feel empty or not good enough, and that's the cover-up. So it could go this way or this way. So usually the person in this place and person in this place, they're likely to be attracted because they first see that person looks so confident, right, on the outside. And so they are not confident, they get attracted because they feel like they lack this energy. And once they're in a relationship, they realize they have a lot of stuff that they're, and then also this person feel like they're merging with this because it's feeding the ego. They feel powerful over this person. So it's the comparison energy that they're holding still. So that's the dynamic, for example. Okay, so that is the energy of the structure of survival. So we want to be aware whether we are going into one or this other extreme, but stay neutralized, meaning when we are in inner alignment, the triangle, right? The duality here, and then integration point is the triangle here, the neutrality. So when you are in a neutral state, you are able to see the both sides that you may be playing out. You see? That's where the meditation, the meaty, center, balance, right? Merging, integration. So when you are in that, you're able to see both. And with that inner alignment, you can realign, meaning you are in flow. You can move to the direction that you want to head with wholesomeness. So you can navigate through and realign with the structure of flow is the energy that I'm guided to share, that we are all having to work with, that a lot of people are working with right now, and very few are moving on to, is what I'm guided to share. Okay, so understand this flow structure. So the flow structure, this one has a lot of negative meanings attached, because basically fear wants you to be in fear, in heavy energy of worry and stress and feeling frightened all the time of something unknown. Okay, so this energy wants you to always imagine the worst possible scenarios, right? Also, It wants you to not believe in yourself, constantly doubt, and always feeling frightened. So you want to, it is triggering you to go into the mind to secure everything. But in the flow state, you don't need to do all of this. So this state is you always have to struggle to make things happen. But this one is effortless because it is always is. So when you need it, it is. Okay, so that's a very different concept, and it may be hard for a lot of people to grasp right now. It's something that I'm guided to introduce, though. So you have the seed within yourself that's going to help you in divine timing. As you continue to do your inner work, you're going to understand, okay, better. So just like when you're in the waves, I see all these surfers, right? When they're trying to swim into the ocean, they have to go against it, and that's a struggle, right? We're trying to swim through the waves. It's a struggle, the age or the structure of survival, where you feel like you need to control the waves, right? So they build a dam, they lock in the water, and they do all of this and damage into the natural flow. Just like that, here, what happens in the structure of flow is that you use your resources, you align. So the surfers, they have the surfboard, right? And they get on it. And when they get on it, they can ride the waves. So before, something that could have been threatening, overwhelming, menacing, very fearful, now you're riding it, you are enjoying riding. That's the energy of joy that we are moving into in the structure of flow. So that's where a lot of people say, feel the joy in the now, connect with joy, choose what makes you feel joyful. Remember to choose what is joyful rather than what is frightened of, and take away your attention from what you're worried about to align yourself with what makes you feel joy in this moment. Is that idea. You see that idea of triangle, duality, unity, pyramid structure, the temple within that we're all working right now, the third eye, removing all illusions, seeing through the illusion. So we see with these eyes, right and left, right or wrong, and now it's merging with the third eye here, activating here. And to activate, you have to align all your lower chakras of the root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, here. And then boom, the cosmic energies. You're aligned with the cosmic energies, meaning you're constantly operating on higher mind. Because the physical mind, the mind that we constantly use, only knows. It's just recycling what we know. So there's nothing new. So that's why when we are in the survival structure, when we are operating with the lower mind constantly, we are just recycling, going around chasing after the tail. So we need to go into the higher mind. So we work with the higher and the lower mind together in alignment. This lower mind is a very useful tool, but this is not something that's going to guide you to your path or destiny. We need the higher mind. The higher mind knows, meaning your intuition. So to connect with the higher mind, we need to go into the heart, not here, because this is a tool. This is a very good tool, but it's not who you are. You can see that as a surfing board that you can navigate through on a physical level. That's the mechanism, because this is a very physical world that we are living in right now. But we are moving into a higher frequency, meaning we need to work with the higher mind, naturally. You see what I mean? The physical world needed the physical mind, but as the frequency is rising, we are going to be less physical. So we are now transitioning to work with this. And the whole center of this lower and the higher is here in the heart center. So going deep and deep and deep, opening up the heart. So that's where a lot of the divine feminine rising, all these words are coming up, is because we need to embody the divine feminine energy within ourselves, within everyone else that we have. And once we embody this, it is also going to help us get into or realign with the structure of the flow. That flow, you just get on the board, you learn to ride the wave. But we are not going to be good at it the first time. So there's going to be a training period where you need to understand the waves as you navigate through the waves. But you're going to hit some waves, right? And you're going to feel like you're drowning, but then you hold on to your surfing board, you get on, and there will be people who are experienced surfers helping you as well, right? So that you can get on the board, learn to ride the waves, and learn to swim, and start to what? Feel safe in the waves. Because right now, we are scared of our own emotions. You see? We are scared of our own thoughts. We are scared. So that's where everything is coming into life. You're giving birth to all these emotions and thoughts because the underlying basis is fear. You are afraid. You see? And that's where you see in the physical world, because that's what you're containing in your thought and in your emotion, your vibration. You see, that's how it works. So do not be afraid, because everything comes down to you not wanting to feel like you're not good enough or you're not lovable. And that if you share these things with other people, they will judge you. You're not good enough, and becomes you. You're afraid of that. That's where we escape. That's why we go into inflated ego or extreme self-victimization, disempowerment, both of them disempowerment like that. And constantly living in worries and thoughts of worries, right? And stress. And wanting to figure out with the lower mind controlling, right? That is the loop in the survival structure. And now we want to move into what? The new structure. Boom. When you say, I'm always in the right place at the right time. I honor my journey. I honor who I am right now. I honor all my emotions. I honor my ability to feel all emotions. I allow myself to feel what is right now. If it's fear, I allow myself to feel these things. I allow myself to feel these feelings of insecurities. I allow myself to feel these feelings of doubt. And then you are in that, when you do that, you're naturally in an observing state, the triangle. On top of triangle, the pyramid. Boom, you see both sides. And you start to remember who you are on a subconscious level, that these are not who you are. These are lies, meaning illusions, conditioning, programming. That's how you are going to constantly work through, okay? So you are seeing this, what you're playing with. And also, to balance your divine masculine, divine feminine energy within, once again, I mentioned this before, but it is coming up for me to share this once again in this particular divine timing, is that you want to reflect, observe in that state of neutrality, just who I honor where I am. I honor all processes. When you honor yourself like that, there's no comparison energy. When you are honoring yourself, there's no need for you to compare because you honor. When you honor yourself like that, you're in that place of you accepting who you are on a subconscious level, that you honor your uniqueness, that's where the idea of authenticity is coming, right? There's a state of you're not seeking outside to tell you who you are. You mean you're not chasing after or seeking out answers of what is best for you from the outside, or validation, telling people, reassuring you, or making sure that you are this or that. It is you. The key is within you, meaning you need to come down to believing that you are this, okay, in order to fully transform. So that's why we say all the answers lie within you, the key is within you, you hold the key, all the same ideas, right? And then once you do, the doors open for you, meaning because you are simply realigned with that flow structure where the underlying basis, the fundamental energy there, or the belief system that you are aligned with is that there is good enough for everyone, and you believe in it. And when you believe in it, you're one with it. And when you're one with it, you are abundant, simply. You are flowing with it. And when you're flowing with it, you're feeling joyful, harmonious, loving, caring, authentic. And you're simply expressing and exchanging these energies with the outer world, because you're not in comparison. You're not judging yourself. That's the energy of Christ consciousness that we are constantly working with right now, especially very heavy since July. The Christ light within ourselves. So here, everything needs to be certain. It's not flowy here, like flowy here. And we were taught that when we are certain, we are in a good place, having the answer now, having the solution right now, right? And that we need to secure. So when we are in this structure, they want us to be stationary rather than flowy. That's how they can trap people in. When you're stationary, you're not moving. It's like this experiment where you see there's a video, an ant moving around, and a person is drawing a circle, just drawing a circle, and when they draw the circle, they start to not go outside of the circle, meaning move out of the comfort zone or think outside of what they were taught to believe in. So they stay circled in, enslavement, slavery here, right? And so when we are in this circle, what happens is we are not meant to stay certain, but it wants to seek certainty right now. That's where it's hard for someone to allow their feelings to flow and feel everything that is coming. They need to feel like they're good enough. They need to feel like they are in the right place, so they start to use justification, the sneaky way, like that, without one realizing. You see what I mean? Going into the extreme of exaggeration or extreme negativity of self-victimization, okay? So we are not meant to be stationary. We are the waves. We are constantly moving. So we don't see this visually, but everything is constantly vibrating. The table, the chair, everything is vibration. The way we experience it as physical thing is because we are in this dense physical reality, but the essence is that everything is vibration. You as well, because you are the spirit. So now we are having to remember our soul, the spirit, from identity, living with identity, living with identification, right? You're identifying yourself as this nationality, as this ethnicity, as this person who's associated with certain organizations, as this thing, as this belief system, as a daughter, as a son, as a parent, as this. All these titles had certain meanings that gave hierarchical structure in society that's built on the structure of survival. So we need to release this, is the big energy in July, release these concepts and continue to release. And this is a very important turning point, because as we are getting a lot of Christ consciousness energy from Sirius and all the support right now, and we are moving to that structure of flow. And this will take a while, right, for people to adapt to and adopt to, and we build with the structure. It's going to take some time, but boom, this is a turning point, is what I'm going to share from Source and Gaia. And we need you, is what I'm going to share from Gaia, especially 144,000, to embody this energy within. And also, as we do so, we also need to not just purify the mind and the emotion, but also the body. That's the trinity. Mind, body, and spirit has to be aligned, meaning we need to go to a physical detox as well. So personally, while I was here, I was guided to do 72-hour fast. So I've never done 72-hour water fast before. I'm used to doing 24-hour fast once a week, or a couple of times, or a month. Ever since 2022, or at the end of 2021, I've gotten used to that. And I had to go through trial and error to go through and transition, because I used to live in a lot of, very bad diet, and I had a lot of sugar addictions, and also with, the karma that I was taking on, the generational karma, I was trying to compensate with a lot of eating and food and all of that. So I accumulated a lot of toxicity within my body. So I had to go through this transition of physical detox and educate myself constantly. And when I got here, they had me do the 72-hour fast, and the 48-hour fast was as far as I tried before. And so just like that, what I received as I was doing so, here I did with coconut water, because it's very much available. And it's very hydrating for the cell. So the hydration right now is very important, as it is the new cellular development, because we need to replace the water inside, is what I'm going to share. So the old water is like the contaminated water, ocean water here. A lot of pollution, a lot of chemicals. It needs to be purified and transparent, crystal clear, the flow of the blood, all the cells. And so the organs, the energies are also attached, not attached, but tied to all these energy points within our body, physical body, the will, the chakra, the root chakra, is connected to certain organs, the sacral connected to certain organs, solar plexus connected to certain organs, heart, throat, third eye, crown. So everything is interconnected. So the neural pathway was the channel message that I received like a week ago. The neurons. So we are right now having to clean up our brain cells, the cerebral, in order for us to embody higher light and activate the higher chakras, to continue to raise our vibration and to come to the third eye, to see through the illusions, to be in the neutral state, to realign to that structure of flow. The structure of flow, how it works is that in the structure of flow, everything is serving you because everything is abundant. So basically here is you're trying to get benefit off of something, always seeking from people, places, and things on a subconscious level is a survival because there's not enough for you. You're not enough. But here everything is abundant. So everything is serving you. Everything is your benefit. So that's where we need to adapt to by saying everything is always working out for me. Everything is always serving me in the best, highest way. And so whatever happens, it is my best way. So there's no need for you to worry. You see? You see what I mean? Here you needed to worry. But here, everything is happening for you. So when everything is happening for you, and when you start to believe that, meaning align with that belief, flowing with one within this flow, meaning you're on the surfboard once again, being one with the waves, riding the waves. The only way to ride is be one with the waves, right? So that's where the idea of oneness is coming from. The oneness simply means integration, the top of the pyramid, where you are being enlightened with your third eye now, seeing through the illusions, seeing both the darkness and the light, the positivity and the negativity of things, that energy of, or the experiment at large. You're having the bigger picture, higher perspective of things, you see? So when you are in that flow structure, because everything is happening for you, what matters, right? Doesn't matter what happens, right? Everything is happening for you. And here there's a lot of judgment and ideas and programming and belief of what is and what is best and what should be and what is good, what is not good. And the idea of punishment and reward from idea of stationary thoughts, beliefs, meaning morality of what is right and what is wrong. Religious beliefs, you should do this, you should be that, you should believe this. If you don't, you are a devil, you are evil, you are not going to go to heaven, and you're going to get your karma, meaning get what you deserve. That is like the idea of punishment, all these concepts and energies attached to words, everything here, right? And that we separate ourselves with idea of nationality, idea of ethnicity, skin color, how you look, how much money you have, where you live, right? We all judge based on these things, identities, the social structure, the hierarchical structure. Or if you are living here, you are better. If you're living there, you're not better. All these ideas of separation. Here, everyone is living peacefully because they're just in their unique sanctuary of their own inner temple of abundance. Where they are is where they need to be, and everything is provided when they need in times of their needing. So there's no need for them to worry, and that everything is serving them. But right now, in the process or transition of an adaptation to this flow structure, we are in the chaos because we are both working with the dark and the light, just the energy of Bali right now. A lot of wounded souls are being attracted to come here to be healed and released. And they're going to be confronted. But when they continue to escape, not align with the neutrality, inner alignment, what's going to take place is they're going to dump their stuff here and leave and just go around chasing after their own tails, right? Repeat the same thing over and over. So what's coming to me is you can't have something new with the old mindset, right? So that's where that concept is coming in. So in the flow structure, because everything is serving you, when you feel this fear of fear, or when things are not going or moving smoothly, you're like, oh man, something is blocking me. I need to remove these blocks. Is one of the old survival structure belief system. You need to work hard, struggle to remove something. But when these things happen, one way for you to realign and adapt to the flow state is simply wait. Meaning not wait, but simply align and sit and align your energy first. What do I need to recognize in this moment? So now you are looking into, okay, I identify identity, identification. I see that as negative. I break it down. Okay? Or something good happens, I see that as positive. And when something negative happens, I see that as negative. And all this idea of positive and negative, just the meaning that I was giving is the enlightenment. It was the meaning that I was giving to all these circumstances. But when I give a new meaning, give birth to new meaning, meaning that everything is serving me, it is going to serve me. It is helping me. It is benefiting me for the highest good. Aligned. Boom. You see? So if you experience struggle, you start to say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity because everything is serving you. For me to recognize something that I need to shift. You see? That is the new mindset. And when that happens, you're not in a worry to find a fix quickly, or you're not in a hurry to get out of the situation that you see or identify and believe as negative, meaning something that is frightening for you. You see, the fear. That is the survival structure. So now you're just simply seeing, okay, I trust the divine. I trust that everything is guiding me and I'm always protected. So we say rejection is redirection. It's simply that's what it means. When someone says no and something's not working, you're not destined. You're not meant to go there or be with that. You see what I mean? And you start to recognize it and you start to pivot, adjust. Like the basketball, boom, 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 you're dribbling. Shoot, right? When you're constantly stationary trying to get it, it's hard. You need to move around, pivot, allowing yourself to be flexible, right? Allowing yourself to feel both these emotions and find the balance within. Okay? And then find that midpoint within yourself to feel peaceful once again. And you may go back and forth, but that's how you learn. Pivot, right? And shoot your shot. So just like that, flexibility, adaptability, all these things are now being very required, very much called upon you to embody as we navigate through these transitions and work both with the dark and heavy and the light energies together. You see? That's where a lot of the chaos. So the environment may be very chaotic right now. You may be in an organization or corporation or family structure. However it is, you may be feeling all this conflicts, chaos with outside. But you always can, meaning you are constant movement, so you don't always have to stay that way. You can adjust to stay in peace, not align with the chaos, not align with that gossip, not align with that judgment, not align with that hatred, not align with the separateness, but come to you and align with joy, align with oneness, align with harmony, abundance. And once you do, on a physical reality, you are being aligned with that energy because that is your energy. Everything is energy. You see, that's how you realign, shift right now. Okay, so that is what I'm going to share. So in the flow structure, everything is built already for you. You already have the blueprint in your soul signature here. You're with your destiny, what you plan to do here. So once you align with the flow structure, what happens? Everything is serving you, and you constantly do that to whether you're releasing, shifting, realigning, adapting. Okay, so you're moving constantly like that in flow state, with flexibility, right? And sometimes it helps you to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes it shakes up things in your physical reality. Sometimes it makes you feel sad. Sometimes it makes you feel fearful. Sometimes it makes you feel insecure and doubtful. But it's all helping you to see and release by feeling, right? So you're always in the right place at the right time. That's the new flow state alignment. And as you do so, you're operating from the heart center, because you're no longer in the mind of the survival structure of constantly trying to figure out in order to get ahead, to survive, to compete, to win over, to have power over, to secure more, to dominate, right? It's all the lower mind. And so now you're getting into the heart space here with the flow structure. When you're aligned, everything is, you're always in the right place. You honor yourself, right? Everything is happening for you. Everything works out for you here. And with that, you are able to connect with the heart, activate the center here. And that's where you can listen to your intuition or not gloss over things. You catch your intuition. You can pick up on it better. And that's where it's connecting you to your higher mind. You just know. So you don't need to record everything. It is just knowing. There's no need for you to justify. It's simply knowing. Boom. That's where the frequency is rising, because boom, 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 everything's happening faster. Because you're operating from intuition, from your higher mind. Everything is easy and effortless. That is where the word comes from. Boom, 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 boom. And a lot of people say, become a better manifester. These words also need to be purified. There's no need for you to become better manifester. You're already a manifester. You're constantly manifesting, a perfect manifester. But you are not aware of that you are doing that. You see? The awareness. So the awareness also is very important right now. It could be a very useful tool that you can use, like the surfing boat that you get on. You align as one with the waves. Is that when you are aware, you see both sides, where you are, and then you can readjust, pivot, be flexible. You see? So when you're aligned like that with your awareness, using all these tools that you already have, you just do this and move, and you do that and move, and you notice this and move, and notice that and move. That's the flow state. So the people are showing up, the resources are showing up, directions are showing up. You pick up on the signs and synchronicities. That's where the state is. Okay? So it's a flowy state. And you're not overstressing yourself, because you're not sitting or lying down trying to figure out, or you're trying to get a rest, and you're constantly thinking about, what do I do next? Or if I do this and do that and do this and do that. There's no need for you to go into that anymore. You're moving in oneness, is a flow state. Flowing as one, inner alignment. So the first thing is the inner alignment. To be on top of the pyramid, boom, the third eye, or the enlightenment here, the aura here, the opening up of the crown. And in order for us to do that, we need to align these duality aspects that we've been working, operating on the lower chakras, and balance that. That's the inner alignment. The lower, the root, the sacral, solar plexus. And then the third eye, the throat will open up. The authenticity. You start to honor who you are, as a unique, beautiful light. And everything is inner reflection of the outer. So you start to see everyone as that, meaning namaste. I honor the beauty in me, and I see the beauty in you, namaste. That's where it comes from. And when we do that, we use this mudra, oneness, boom, right? We respect each other because I respect myself. We love each other because I love myself, right? I honor each other. We honor each other because I honor myself. That's where we are going to build a community in the fifth dimensional new earth. And we are just at this point of turning point, okay? So, another thing about the mother wound and the father wound is that if you're doing a lot of processing right now, what I'm guided to share is that you want to write down how you used to feel when you were within your relationship with the father figure or the mother figure, and write down all the emotions that you didn't feel loved or you didn't feel enough or whatever. And then you do the complete opposite, write everything down, that you are loved, you deserve this, you are worthy, you're feeling confident, you feel blah, 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 whatever it is. And start to have both of these blueprints within yourself. And when you see that on a physical level, you're now going to work on embodying all these things that you are seeking approval from your father figure or validation from your mother figure, like meaning self-victimization, that I was always in this victim place where I was asking for them. I was asking them to give me this. I was asking them to provide me this. But now you are giving you this, providing you this, that you were asking outside. You see, that's not being overly independent, going into overly extreme state of extreme independence. But it's also just a beginning process of you recognizing what you're working with, all the lies, meaning illusions, or the beliefs, or the identities that you took on. Okay, so from the time we were born, we were being identified as the skin color, how you look, the race, the nationality, also your religion, and also your age, also your occupation, also your address, right? Also, whatever it is. So all this identification needs to be released right now. Old identity. And you're going to be a completely new person. And something also that you can do as a quantum leap, something that a lot of people talk about, is basically meaning when you truly believe in your core that you are no longer that, I am a new person, that's where you are. Because this reality that we are experiencing is not like what we were taught. It's holographic in nature, so everything is vibration, and with that, because we are living in a dense world, it's playing out in a physical level. You see, everything is energy. So we are constantly aligning, creating all different parallel timelines. So when you say, I am this from now on, and you really believe it in that moment, you are aligning with this parallel timeline. That is perhaps the highest timeline that is aligned with the new earth timeline, or the parallel timeline of the new earth in the fifth dimension earth. So that's how we quantum leap is the people, how people say you shift instantly. But this belief system and all the things that we are working on could be, because I had to also work through this, I understand all the little processes and nuances and all the struggles here, that we may say it may not be easy, it may be challenging, but we want to also, what I'm guided to share is verbalize, rephrase these words, meaning you want to simply honor your process. Wherever you are, honor your process. Wherever you are, simply visualize that you are shifting. Visualize you are this, and activate the I am monad. I am healed if you're dealing with sickness. I am whole. I am this. Okay, that's the starting point of aligning that I am. You start to remember who you really are, because you're no longer buying into these lies or the illusions, the beliefs of who you are, what you are, why you are, how you are. Simply you are, the flow structure. Boom, I am all that is. You see? So when you remember that, you start to remember you don't need to struggle to become or make it to become a better manifester, which is like the hierarchical structure of the survival structure. You don't need to do that. You simply, when you are aligned, I am a powerful manifester, that is who you are. Whether it's negative or positive, you're constantly manifesting with your thoughts. Whatever thought that you are holding in your mind, it is you're manifesting. It's just that you are not aware. That's why I keep mentioning, right? Awareness. You're just not aware that you're constantly creating these disastrous scenario or miserable scenario, or always chasing after unavailable people, situations, because you hold that belief. And sometimes we seek validation so much that we are seeking validation in a way that I am miserable. So you're constantly going around looking for clues and situations, validations that you are not good enough. You see what I mean? We do that very sneakily. So you want to be aware of things. Okay? Align and then witness, observe both sides of what you're playing out. This is just a play. You're just play the role. It's not who you are. You see? Detachment, creating distance, so that you are able to see, like a movie screen. Oh, I see that I'm doing that. I see that I'm doing this. I play that role. I play that identity. Now, I remember who I am, sitting here, observing everything. Wholeness, oneness, that is all connectedness as one, the cosmos, you see? The God within, the power within. I used to play that there is a higher power that holds all my destiny, the power over how I live, who I am. Now I see it was just all a play, the fear play. Now I see here, I am connected to Source and the cosmic energies. I am the one, and I see that in everyone. Everyone is equally important. Everyone is God within. Everyone is power within. There is no need for us to fight. That idea of power was an illusion, climbing up the ladder. You see? So it's a whole different way of looking at things, different way of behaving, thus living and creating. Okay? So, Spirit, Source, Gaia, is there anything that I need to share at this time? Okay, so something that is coming is if you're in the process of healing, let's say, or dealing with whatever old beliefs that you are attached to in a way right now, with the old survival structure, whether it's feelings of jealousy, comparison, hatred, wanting more, to be more, the ego, fear, doubt, frustration, wanting to control, needing to control. However it is, you want to start, whenever you go through the process, you want to say, I am this. The one that you want to, that you are willing to, intending to align with. Okay, that I am healed, I am harmonious, I am surrendering, I am trusting, right? I am believing, I am faithful, I am committed to myself, I am responsible. Whatever it is, I am loving, I am lovable, I am worthy, I am confident, I am capable, I am honest, I am transparent, I am authentic. Okay, whatever it is, I am feeling secure, I am safe. All these energies that are tied to chakras that you are working with to balance right now, you may go through, feel, and this, but at the end, you want to say, I am healed, I am this, because it's the cosmic energy in your cellular structure. It's all aligning with you, your voice of Om, the sound, the very first sound of all creation. Om, I am this, boom. Whenever you do that, you remember who you are, and then you're realigning, you're setting new directions, new intentions, new energies, new seeds, in alignment with the flow structure of the new earth. Okay, so that is what I'm going to share in every process you go through. Whether you feel fear, whether you feel doubt, whether you feel all these so-called negative emotions, dealing with belief systems, use this I am every time, okay, and realign and realign, okay. So yeah, I think that's the last message that I'm going to share at this particular time. And then with the transmission, I'm going to help you with your womb healing and release all these energies that you've been attaching to with your mother, since you were like inside the womb of your mother before you were born out into the physical world. Okay, that is what I'm guided to do at this time. And release all the identities, the attachment, the cores that you've been attached to. Okay. This light language transmission with the light codes are just coming through naturally right now, just right away. For you to release these cords, okay, that you've been attaching to. So visualize yourself inside the womb of your mother. The moon energy is big. So whenever you want to connect or recognize your mother wound trauma, you want to look at your moon sign. Okay, that is the energy that your mother was holding. So whatever that was, you took on that energy. And then there could be both positive aspect, negative aspect, and you know your story the best. So go in, and whatever the memory is coming in divine timing. And when you release and transmute, you're going to have a new positive memory, because everything is your own creation, even all these memories and stories, okay? So you're releasing everything, the old energy from your cellular structure right now. So if you resonate with this, connect, then stay, okay? Always discern for yourself, however you resonate. Visualize yourself as the seed inside your mother's womb. Huakaia kikiaka uakaka ua kikiaka uakakaia kikiaka uaka hu. Releasing all the cords now. Hu inside the womb. Hu traumas that you took on from your mother. That mother ancestral line. Hu wa wakaia kakai ki ya wa ia ka wa. And then we are going into the age of 1 to 10. Release all the stories, all the identities and cores that you took on, the belief system from the age you were born until the age of 10. Visualize year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're releasing the cords. Huaiakaka, huaikikiaka, hu kuakaiakaka, hu. Hua kaia kakao wakakai hi ya hu. And then visualize from the age 10 to 20 now. You're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whatever memories or stories come, allow them to come and release. Huaia kakao, wounds come. Uawaia kakao wakakai kikiakao kukuakai kikiakao kukuakai kukuakai kiakaka ukukuaka kikiakao waia kakao wakaka. And I'm working with the energy pool, the portal here of the Lemuria here of purification right now. It's coming to me as a support. Uakaia kakao wawai kikiakao kukuaka I'm purifying this purification energy, being purified, dissolving old cords. Allow yourself to sit with this energy if you resonate and connect. Allow yourself to feel whatever the memories, triggers, emotions. Release them. Allow them to come up and for you to see so you can release with your third eye. Coming up is the seeing of duality now. Releasing. And then we are going to the age of 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 20 or 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If you're younger than that, it doesn't matter. Continue to release. Hua kukua tukua katikia katatau wakakai pikia katakakai pikia kukua takaua. Hu tu wakakaia. Wa ia kakao wakakao ta ikikia kao wakaka ta kikia kao kutukutuku wakakaia kaka utukua kwa okay, 30 to 40. Same process. Kua kau kakai kikiaka hukukua takakai kikiaka kau kukua kakakau kukua takai kikiaka kau kukua takau kukua kakau Okay, age 40 to 50. Kaku and onwards, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, wherever your age is physically right now in this lifetime. Release all the cords that you've been attached to. Kaia kikia kau kukua kaia kakai kakia kakau kukua tataia kaka kau ikikia kau kakau release. Ukukuaka, all tension, all pressures. Huakuka, all stress. Huakakao, it's not yours to carry. It's not yours to carry. Kua kakao. Hua kakao kakai kikia kao kukua kakai kikia kakao kukua kakai. Hukukua kai kakao kukua. So I'm bringing Kuan Yin, and the pink dragon is already surrounding me. And I'm in this lotus flower right now, pink lotus flower. So giving you the energy of birth and rebirth. Do not be afraid to die. Do not be afraid to die. You hold on to live in the structure of survival. You hold on to live because you were taught to fear death. Fear death. But there's no need to fear death. So that's why you held on to certain belief system. That's why you held on, you justified, you escaped, you avoided, you went into that extreme of inflation or deflation. You now want to simply allow yourself to die. That's how we rebirth. We go through death and rebirth every cycle. It's okay for you to die. There's no need for you to die. That's why we hold on. You are free. It is just part of the process. It's okay for you to fall, die, surrender, let go, release. There's no need for you to hold on, to live, to survive. There's no need for you to hold on to any belief. You don't need to hold on to that identity anymore. That you thought that if you hold on, that it would make you safe. You don't need to be afraid of the pain associated with death. When you simply die in relaxation, you can die. There's no belief like that anymore within your structure. Release. You can die in peace. You can die in joy. You can die in exuberation. You can die in acceleration. You can die in rising of frequency. You can die. There's no need for you to hold on to identity of doubt or fear in order to live, in order to survive. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. You can die so you can be reborn. You can die, meaning you can let go of the old identity so you can reinvent yourself. You can become the new you and live as that new you, align with that highest timeline, your parallel timeline, to align with that new earth timeline. Akai kiki akau, akakai akiki akau, akakau akakai kiki akau. Huakau akakau akakai kiki aku akakau akakai kiki akakau kuku akakau akakai kiki akakau kuku. The pink dragon energy is providing you with this loving energy of unconditionality. There's no condition, limitation, entrapment, imprisonment anymore in the survival structure. Akakai akikia, you're free. You can die in peace, in joy, so you can reborn the lotus flower. Release, release, release. There's no need for you to hold on. You are love. You are unconditional love. Visualize yourself in this beautiful lotus flower, inside this pink lotus flower. And then visualize this pink dragon from Kuan Yin surrounding you with soft pink energy all around you to make you feel safe in the energy of love and grace of unconditionality, so you can release, forgive yourself of any energies that you've been holding on to, resentment, anger, frustration, sadness, grief, that made you feel like you're not enough. Akaiya, you're dropping. Akaiya, kikiaka, akakaiya. And sit with that energy or meditate with this energy further along on your own. If you feel called to, sit in that energy. Akaiya, kakao, akakaiya, kikiakao, wawawawaiya, kakao, akakao, akakao. You are under the energy of grace, beauty, love, compassion, kindness, softness, warmth, generosity, peace, harmony, joy, fun, excitement. You don't need to live hard, struggle anymore. You can be in flow, in the structure of flow that is already built in you. The control is already within you. There's no need for you to search for control outside. It's already within you. You are safe. You are safe. You're secure. You can trust this. You can trust that you are safe. You can trust that you are safe. Everything is already built in you. The flow structure, the control of the waves is already within you. Huakai akakau akakai akakau akakai wa 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 ya wa 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 ya wa 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 release. Wow. Okay. So that is the energy. So as you sit with that beautiful lotus energy, you may also feel the energy of Lakshmi. You may call in the energy of abundance as well as you visualize and meditate with that energy. Okay, so you want to utilize this as your own resource, the tool, the surfing board that you can align yourself to be with one or train yourself to be at this particular time and moving forward, onwards, in every moment to moment, that all there is now. So you want to see wherever you are is now, new beginning. Every time you look at the watch is now. Every time is now, boom, now, boom, now, boom. You're aligned, inner alignment of this presence. When you're living in this moment of presence, you're aligned, you're in the flow, and you're aligned with the flow structure, okay? So you can remind yourself, you can even draw something, create a watch, paper watch that says now, reminding you a memo of now. Every moment is now. Now you're in the flow. There's no need for you to chase after the idea of time anymore, idea of past, idea of future. Everything is recreated, reinvented as you realign with new you. The memories are being transformed and recreated constantly with what you're aligning moment to moment. That is the holographic reality of nature. That is the parallel timelines that we are creating. That is the powerful creator of manifestor that you are constantly. Boom, 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 okay? You want to align with the highest energy of the new earth, the timeline, that is the serving of everyone. What you want to create, you want to serve humanity, you want to serve everything, you want to serve nature, humanity, everyone around. That is the new structure, restructuring right now. If you choose to. Some will choose to stay aligned with the survival structure, and that's what they're choosing to. So honor that, but just focus on honoring your energy, what you're aligning to, okay? Be in that energy of flow, okay? In unison, unity, oneness, but also recognize the existence of all other dimensions of oneness, duality, trinity, the fourth, the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Don't over-exaggerate that oneness is the all there is, or the good, or the better, or the best. Everything exists simultaneously. But as we understand that wisdom, that idea of oneness, you start to be in one. That's the true meaning of oneness. That oneness is not better or the worse. It's simply everything exists. You are simply existing as well. Something that is non-constant is your own existence, because you are eternal. You are eternal. You are existing. The fact that you're existing never goes away. Okay? Therefore, you are enough. Existing. That's the flow structure, okay? Stay aligned with this. In the midst of all the chaos energy, chaotic energy, people being triggered left and right, people perhaps playing out their own judgments because they need to see that right now. Honor those souls. Simply honor yourself where you are. Continue to feel blessed where you are, so you can send blessings to everyone else, so that energy can be spread around for those who need it at this time, who may be going through, working with the darkness, to face their self, to face their fears at this time, okay? So you be kind, be loving, so you can provide that to people who need Okay, that's where you rise up. That's the self-leadership, the new leadership, the new earth leaders, this phrase, that is the self-leadership. It's not the ruling over others. It's you becoming that energy and sharing that. And because your cup is full, the flow, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wand, the Ace of Sword, you have everything with you. You're the magician, the Merlin, the alchemist. Okay? You share openly, you exchange, you align with the same energies. And you are participating and you're helping create this new earth, these new communities in Trinity. Okay? That is the energy and that is the message that I'm guided to share. 144,000, remember, detox your physical body at this time is the last message, okay? To embody the further, going through the cellular DNA upgrade, activating the new strands right now. Hu ayaka iakaka u awawa iakiki kakua kakao kukua kukua iayawakaka ikiki akau akaka iakaka u awawa iakaku. So I'm sending you lots of love and support and encouragement to stay believing and faithful within yourself, within this journey. Honor the process. Enjoy the journey. Honor your journey. Don't forget to laugh and smile. Okay? And with that, I'll end this video now and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.